This morning, we are getting a first look at initial concepts for the Cap and Stitch project the city plans to build as part of the I-35 expansion through. Now, caps are deck plazas that cover lanes of traffic. Stitches are the streets that cross above the freeway with wide sidewalks, bike lanes, and more. It's a project years in the making, and this morning, Bryce Newberry is live with more on what it could look like. Fill us in, Bryce.
And Yvonne, it could take several more years before this project is done. But from where we're standing here at I-35 and 10th Street, you can see and hear all of that noisy freeway traffic. But with this project, you may not be able to do either of those things anymore. Austin transportation leaders are looking to other cities like Columbus, Atlanta, and Dallas for inspiration. So we went north to see how the Cap and Stitch concept has brought that community together. Above these 8 lanes of traffic, the lunch rush keeps the kitchen busy at Mi Cocina's newest location in Dallas's Clyde Warren Park.
We knew it was going to be successful just because of the reach that the park has, but I think we've really been very excited with the numbers that we're seeing.
Outside the restaurant, people gather, children play, live music sets the mood. Fireworks blast off and lights twinkle for the holiday season. Kit Sars is park president.
It's a celebration of humanity and being together that's something you can't really put a price on. It's an invaluable experience for bonding as a community.
It's these 5 acres some refer to as the town square of Dallas, drawing more than 1 million visitors each year.
Where we're sitting today was a very unfriendly, windy, hot, noisy freeway. You couldn't get people to walk across a bridge from one side to the other.
Jody Grant founded the park that opened in 2012.
I don't think there has been anything like this, again, happening in the Dallas area, or has happened in the Dallas area prior to this, other than the airport. I mean, it was a huge stimulus. It brought Fort Worth and Dallas together, and these two cities wouldn't be what they are today without that airport. But as far as Dallas goes, this has had an equal kind of impact on the city.
In Austin, I-35 is the freeway that for decades has divided the community, separating East Austin and the rest of downtown. As TxDOT prepares to expand it, caps could cover the sunken lanes and stitches could reconnect the community. The Dallas Park is one model city leaders like Mike Trimble are using as an example for Austin.
When you're at Clyde Warren Park, you don't know that you're over a highway.
And we're driving under the park right now. As someone who's riding in a car on this freeway, you'd never guess that there's a park like Clyde Warren up above you. One key difference is that Austin's could be about 4 times bigger than what exists in Dallas today.
We want to make sure that it's of and for Austin. It's not replicating something else. It's something unique to our community that represents the priorities of the community. This
morning, a first look at the initial concepts for Austin. Caps could cover I-35 from Cesar Chavez to 8th Street and 11th to 12th, depending on TxDOT's final design. This shows what's possible on the caps, up to 2-story buildings with ideas for use ranging from farmers markets to a trail or even an amphitheater. It's the start of the next phase of designing caps and stitches for the capital city.
My family is 3 generations Austinite. Anybody who's been here in this community for a long time knows what I-35 has meant.
The Interstate's $5 billion expansion could be an opportunity to reconnect a long divided community.
We thought we might have a party and nobody had come. We had a party and everybody's come.
State funds are expected to cover the cost of this freeway project, but any local enhancements like this do have to be paid for using local money. Right now, it's not clear how much this project would cost or how the city would pay for it. But for some context, Clyde Warren Park, which is about 1/4 of the size of what would be built in Austin, cost $110 million, and Yvonne, that was paid for using public and private funds.